This centre is critical indeed. I mean, a centre for Wicklow Town is, and we certainly don't want ones that have advanced to a very advanced stage failing. But at the same time, I accept what the Deputy across is saying in terms of banks not lending and the difficulties therein. And we are looking outside the box, and well outside the box, at methods, different methods of how we might fund the primary care centres that we require across the state, because we do need a large number of them. I would also be very much though of the same mind as my colleague Minister Shortall, who would be equally concerned not just about buildings but about service being available. And that is why the emphasis in the previous question was in relation to revenue for the employment of staff to provide service and care. But that is not to say in any way that we're resiling from a capital programme to invest and to make capital available to GPs to invest and for the state itself to invest in primary care centres where they're clearly not commercially viable. But where they are commercially viable, we seek partners and we seek interests from outside in relation to funds that we can make available or in joint partnerships to develop the range of primary care centres that we need. And I think your point is very well made. Outside of the excellent new service and care that they would bring, and outside of the fact that they would take a huge amount of pressure off hospitals, they do provide real employment in the areas that they're situated, and that is a factor as well.
Okay, happy enough.
Just very briefly, Minister, on the specific, I accept your point that you would look for alternative funding options as a principle for the rollout of the primary care strategy. Specific to Wicklow Town, my question is, will you, as a matter of urgency, because now with your extension there's only 3 months, there's only 12, 13 weeks, will you and or your officials make an undertaking to explore alternative options to bridge the 271,000 specifically for the Wicklow Town Primary Care Centre as a matter of urgency?
Briefly, thank you, Minister.
Well, I mean, just in brief, we will always explore all options. I mean, and that's part of what the job of the HSE Estates Management is to do, to look at all options. And certainly I have no problem giving an undertaking that all options will be looked at. But obviously, until they're looked at, we're certainly not going to give an undertaking they're going to be agreed to.
Thank you, Minister.